it's Solaris Budgets here, and I'm on a journey to ensure a better financial future for myself by budgeting, prop money, cash stuffing, and doing savings challenges. So welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be cash stuffing for week 3 of May. I cannot believe this is coming around so quickly. I feel like mentally I'm still in March. Just like April just went by so quickly, and now May is going by really quickly. So yeah, first off I want to say I'm probably going to go back to posting on Saturdays. I did attempt to post a video on Sunday and I just don't know what happened. It's just not really getting the reach that it normally does. Like, I don't know if that's just me or just people can't be bothered to watch, like, which is fair enough, what's happened, but like something's happened that is not quite doing as well as it should. Obviously that doesn't matter really in the grand scheme of things, but it would be nice to have that sorted. So I'll go back to posting on Saturdays. The second thing is, I forgot to stuff Christmas last week. I realised after I did the video that I completely forgot to do it, so that's done now. So yeah, what else is new? I've got some new products in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, you may have seen these already if you follow my Etsy shop, but I've got 5 new products which I have released. I really enjoy making these kind of ones now, the sort of coloured ones where you can assign the same value to each icon, but they've got lots of different icons on. So the first one is this birthday savings challenge. So all these challenges are blank. You can choose what each icon represents. You can choose if they have different ones or whatever. So this birthday savings challenge, this date time savings challenge, I thought, you know, not all of us go on date nights and stuff. Some of us go for like date brunches or date coffees or whatever. Just it's a challenge that lets you save for going out on a date if you want it. Next one is plant power. If you're like me and a bit of a plant addict, I actually want to track some savings for plants, so I've done lots of different house plants on this. Makeup madness. This is saving for makeup. I was one of those girlies that didn't like, I bought the makeup and then just ignored the fact that it only lasts for like 12 months or 2 years or whatever, and I've just done an absolute massive like throwaway of all my makeup. I do need to get some more because we are going to a wedding in the autumn, so I do need to think about getting some more makeup. I don't want to go over the top. I had loads that I just never used. I just want some really nice basic stuff. So yeah, that's to say for that. And then we've got enchanting events. So I mean, when I designed this, it was more aimed at kind of wedding-y stuff, but I've tried to keep it not all wedding-y stuff. So I think at one point on here I had like rings and stuff. I was like, no, I tried to keep it sort of like fancy event type things, so you could use it for like lots of different things rather than just it's a wedding tracker thing. So yeah, got that. So I'm going to be using those. They're all available as digital or digital downloads or physical products in my Etsy shop. If you want to check that out, please feel free, but obviously don't feel like you have to buy anything from me. Right, so we did have rollover money this week, but when we get into the challenge binder, we're going to discuss that again. I've changed up things again because, you know, that is me and that is what I do. So first of all, we're going to go into the everyday binder, and we're going to assign £20 to groceries, £20 to personal spending, and what we do with that is we play roll and match. So this is by Eva from the Rocking Witch. I assume that everyone's seen this. I feel like a lot of people are playing it, and that's because it's such a good game. What you do is you roll a you roll this lovely coloured dice. If you get 3 of the same colour, you put in 5. If you get different colours, you put in 10. So you've got pink, pink, pink. So we're going to put 5 to this challenge. Right. So 5 into that challenge. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go to the 2025 savings challenge. This is by the Solaris Budget, and I think you already may have seen the next challenge that we're working on. Very difficult not to share it. That's not that one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to cross off a row of these. So for me, each one of these icons is £1.25, so a row is £5. Is that not working? Why is that not working? Is that dried out already? Come on. Okay, and I will. Ah, right, okay. Let's just do that in a different colour. That's annoying. So that one's done. That one. That one. Okay. So let's put that in there. Then spoiler alert, if you've ordered the 12 Days of Colour challenge by Rainbow Budgets, you need to look away now. If you're doing it and you don't want to be spoiled by the colours, look away now. Basically, I've been waiting for this for a while, and there was a few, like, I don't know what happened. Sometimes Real Mail just is a bit of a disaster. Anyway, this is, yeah, so very, very excited. And also Natalie is absolutely incredible. She responded very, very quickly to my issues and got them all resolved like ASAP, which I was not expecting at all. Like, she's just so on it. She's so good, and I love all her stuff. So I'm going to turn over the envelope now. So this is the 12 Days of Colour Advent Saver. So this is to save for her Advent calendar that she's bringing out this year, which is something that I really, really want. But the only way I can justify it is by like saving the money with my personal spending money, because it's a want, not a need. This is, so that's how I'm justifying it. So what I did is I moved my rollover money into this. So the £5 I had left from personal spending money last week, I've already put it in here so that I didn't spend it. So I'm going to scratch off 2 today. We may scratch off more so that we can owe it for next week. I don't know if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is just put a little cross to show that I've put £5 into it already. Then we're going to scratch off 2. Which one should I go for? Go for this one, which is a 4. And then we'll go on. Let's do this one. Is this red? Yeah, I think that's red. Oh, that was really well done. So what I'm going to do is put the £10 into this and take out 5. So I'm going to cross those off. And let's scratch 2 for next week and see what that gives us. So I'm going to try and do this one, which is a 6. A 6, and let's do another one. Let's do this one. Okay, so that's 12 that needs to go in here next week. And what we might do is we'll take that out of savings challenge money for next week. So I'll make a note of that. Let's put the 10 in and take the 5 out. Alright, so that's £5 going into personal spending. So it gets pretty convoluted now that there are 3 challenges for personal spending money. It is a bit ridiculous, I'm very aware. Anyway, so how's everyone doing? How was your bank holiday? I forget that this time of year there's so many bank holidays. So like I was a bit shocked when I only had a 4-day week. Well, actually I only had a 3-day week because I've taken today off because I'm dealing with my car, which I've explained in last week's video. Just waiting for a call from the garage. Drove it 25 miles to the drove it 25 miles to the garage that it needs to go to, which was okay. Not that keen on driving car with issues, but you know, it's there, it's safe. We're waiting to see what they say. This is the dealership, the official dealership garage thing, so they should be able to diagnose the problem and hopefully sort it. Right, I've been chatting too long that my iPad has run out of, or is done, switched off. Anyway, so Christmas is going to get £5, which means Christmas now has 50, 17, 95, 100. So we can carve another Christmas tree. That's exciting. You may be thinking this is quite low for Christmas. Yes, it is. We have no dependents. We have no pets. My family, a lot of my family have decided that we don't really want to do gifts because we have to ship it from in and out of the EU, which is just an absolute nightmare. It costs so much. Customs declarations are an absolute pain. So we'd rather just like go out and buy a meal or something. So I only have to buy for my partner and my parents, then any other little bit. So I don't need to save that much for Christmas. And then we go to annual bills, which is going to get 20, which means annual bills now has 1, 2, 3, 4, 20, 45, which I don't think we can cross off. No, we can't cross off a house yet. Car annuals is going to get 20, which means car annuals now has 20, 40, 50, and we can cross off our first car. So car annuals is for things like insurance, car tax, MOT, and service. Fun. All that good stuff. Oh, so the next binder we're going to go into is my variable sinking funds binder. So I did raid a few of these this week. So health is getting £5. Car is getting 5, which means car now has £10. Travel's getting 5, which means travel has £5. I feel like all the travel that I'm having to pay for at the moment is to deal with my car, which is kind of a pain, but it is what it is. Gifts is getting 5, which means gifts now has 20, 40, 50, 5. Self-care is getting 5, which means self-care has 20, 40, 60, 75. Skincare is getting 5, which means skincare has 15. Fitness is getting 5, which means fitness has 30. And then that is it. Alright. The final binder that we absolutely have to stuff is my long-term binder. So Ireland is going to get 25, which means we can colour off one wing. And Ireland now has 100, 225. Which is not a lot, but we are slowly building that up. And then wedding, this is the second to last week of stuffing this. It's going to get 100 and 50, 65. So let's put all this together. So wedding now has 10, 20, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, 6, 7, 50, 8, 20, 35, right. So that is the absolute maximum that we will spend. I do not want to spend any more than that with my finger. Yeah, and travelling to Ireland in the summer is not cheap either, which we have discovered the other day when I tried to like price up how much flights, hotel, car hire would be, and I just cried a little bit inside. So I think, yeah, that is going to be needed. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, very much excited to finish that next week. And then emergency fund. Emergency fund gets £100 because I won £100 in premium bonds, which I was not expecting. And my emergency fund sits in premium bonds. And what I do is I just reinvest it. That is not financial advice. That is just what I do. You might not agree with it. It is what I do. And I don't really win prizes in the premium bonds, so I was quite shocked when I got 100 in this month's draw. But yeah, just gets reinvested into the emergency fund. Right. Now the fun bit. We go back to the savings challenge binder. I managed to squish in all my challenges because what we're going to do is, well, first of all, we're going to do 5 Friday because we can't forget that, because I have done that in the past and it's been very bad of me. So every Friday we put in £5 we use. Yeah. Okay, and the penny challenge is done digitally. So what I normally do is we roll a 6-sided dice, whatever it lands on, £5 goes into that. Do I want to get out the things? No, I'll just do the envelope version. When we finish a challenge, basically it goes into whatever I've said here. So if we finish challenge 1, it goes into wish list. So that's anything that I want to buy, and I will spread that out over several different envelopes when we get to it, if we finish it. The rest goes towards a big savings goal. Now, wedding is already like going to be fully funded next week. Not worried about that. The next thing we're going to be working on is this car maintenance fund, and this is for everything that isn't car annuals. And this issue that I've had with my car now, because my car is in warranty, it's fine, but the service highlighted things that possibly need sorting out, not soon, but you know, in the future. So I was kind of like, I really want to not have to take that out of my emergency fund. It's things like the brakes and the tyres and stuff like that. So I kind of want to have like £1,000 put away for car maintenance, so that if stuff like that needs to be done, we can just get it done. And then the goal would be to keep like that topped up to 1,000. So that is my next big savings goal, if that makes sense. So anytime we finish one of these challenges, it will go straight into the car maintenance fund. Once that is reached 1,000, what we're going to do is going to switch to my next like big goal, which is the biggest goal, which is the house deposit. The way we'll do that is, if we finish a challenge that is allocated into big savings, that will go into my 1k binder that I made that was inspired by the Iris binder. Once that hits 1,000, that gets all taken out, moved in, and we'll keep doing that, basically. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my brain. So rather than having lots and lots and lots of challenges ongoing that we feed into lots and lots and lots of challenges, this is the one where we have a lot of fun, we roll the dice, we see what we save, then it gets put into either the first, the car, second, the house, or the 1k challenge, and then the house. So let's open up all the envelopes so I can quickly put everything in. Yeah. I didn't even alternate these nicely. I'll have to sort them out. Anyway, so let's get my 6-sided dice. Challenge 3. So yeah, challenge 3. Does anyone else like to do this, or do you prefer to like challenge 5? I know some people like to save to syncs. I kind of do a mixture of both. Things that I absolutely have to save for, like 2, like all the annual bills and stuff, I would rather have that come out of the budget, whereas like the extra things that I want for like the wishlist stuff, or the reason I can budget this out of my paycheck, and I have budgeted it out of my paycheck to fund all of this stuff, like the car and the house, but it just means we can achieve those goals sooner by doing this. I don't know if that made sense. To be honest, I don't know if any of this video made sense. But hey ho. 2. 5. It's challenge 1, you're not going to get anything. 5, not 4. The one thing that's like not labelled for big challenge doesn't get anything. 4. And I have moved around these challenges as well. 5. Wow. No, but I was like, I was pretty sure that my challenge 1 was going to get finished today, but never mind. Never mind. No wish list items for me. Anyway, to be honest, that's like good. It means it's going towards more important things. So I'm just going to write this as we do this. Challenge 2 got £10. So challenge 2 is this cupcakes challenge from the Solaris Budget. So 1 got nothing, so 2 gets 10. And let's do this in pink. And each cupcake is £5. Challenge 3 got £10. And 3 is this You Make Me Blossom. So this is a Bingley Design subscription. I do this in a pink or a purple? So that colour. And we are very close to finishing this. I feel like I'm using the wrong colour. 1, 2, so that's 5, 10. Oh, I feel like that's the wrong colour and that's going to bug me, but never mind. Cherry blossoms are pink, right? So challenge 4 is my own Sakura savings. So that gets 10. So let's cross off that one and that one. Challenge 5 got 15. Oh, and challenge 5 is seasonal. So this is my seasonal challenge. We do 5, 15. And the way I do this is I will like roll everything up to the highest amount so that we are knocking off those high amounts. Yeah. Got 15. And then, ooh. Challenge 6 got 5. Oh, take out the dashboard. Right, so we can cross off another 5, or I can just quickly change this to a 10. So this is Blooming Budgets from the Housewife's budget. And I'll do like I do with the seasonal challenge, I'll just round everything up until we like hit those big amounts. Oh my god, where's it? I never mentioned these. So these are, I've seen these Autumn Budgets uses these, and I felt inspired to get some because I was always using nail polish remover, and I don't really want to keep inhaling that. So, and I wasn't convinced initially by them, but I got a pack of like 10, I think, off Amazon. They're like window sponges or something, or cleaning sponges. They're also known as magic erasers, I think. So yeah, I got them, and actually you can see I've been using them and they've been great. So yeah, is this binder gonna close? Yes. So that's it for this video. I'm just gonna make sure that I have been recording for the past how many minutes. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching. Sorry this video it seems slightly out of it. I just really wanted to know what's going on with my car. But yeah, so I will see you all next week for week 4 of May. And yeah, I can't believe we are nearly halfway through the year already. So we'll all have a lovely week, and I'll see you next week for May week 4. Bye.